fabulous people! Welcome to the channel for all the babes who create their own life trends. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you new Europe travel regulations for Americans who will be traveling to Europe in 2025. So if you plan on doing Europe travel in 2025 and onwards, this important travel information is definitely for you. Now, before we begin, please remember to smack that like button. And if you're new to my channel and my vibe, and the vibe of this channel resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. All right, fabulous people, now let's get started. If you are a US citizen, you should definitely be aware that most countries in the European Union will soon start requiring a Europe visa, a pre-trip permission authorization that you will need in addition to your passport to travel to Europe. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what will you need to get that visa? Well, the first step is, of course, to go online to the website, and of course, fabulous, I will make sure to leave it for you in the description down below. And just fill out typical information about yourself, like your first name, last name, date of birth, gender, nationality, etc. The next thing that you will need to indicate is the first country you will be traveling to in Europe. So it can be Italy, Spain, France, Portugal, Greece, etc. The next piece of information that you will need to provide is your passport information, and that of course includes your passport number, expiration date, etc. Now, fabulous people, there is one very important travel tip or travel reminder that I absolutely have to mention, because this is something I'm going through right now, and that is, if your passport has less than 3 or 6 months before expiration, most countries in the world will not let you in. So make sure to check the expiration date of your passport, and if it does expire in less than 3 or 6 months, depending on the country, make sure, guys, that you do change your travel document. Make sure that you get a new one, otherwise you will be declined boarding. Now, let's assume all your information is on point. After that, you will pay a small fee and you should be good to go. Now, fabulous people, let's dive deeper into this information as well as visa requirements. Number one, if you're a US passport holder and you have not yet applied for this travel visa, which is most of us, you will need to go to the ETIAS website and fill out an application. Number two, you will have to pay a small fee, which is €7, and depending on the conversion rate at that point, it should be about $7.79. But the good news is that if you're under 18 or over 70, it is free for you guys, so just enjoy this nice bonus. Finally, your application will be processed within a few minutes, but in certain cases, it might take up to 30 days. Now, if that is the case, you might need to provide additional documents, and then hopefully your case will be approved. Now, once everything is filled out and you press that submit button, you will receive a confirmation email with a unique code. Make sure to print 2 copies and take them with you to the airport, and of course make sure to carry them with you around Europe. I'm not sure why, because you will also have them saved as a PDF on your phone, but that is what they're saying the requirement is going to be. So just make sure to print 2 copies and have them with you at all times. Now, as a side note, please make sure that you bookmark that email just in case you plan on traveling to Europe numerous times, hopefully, right? So make sure that you bookmark it, so next time you travel to Europe, you won't have to go through your entire inbox trying to find that email. Please keep in mind that this visa will allow you to stay up to 90 days out of 180 in the Schengen countries, like Italy, France, Portugal, Greece, Spain, etc. Now, another thing that you need to know is that you will be able to do multiple entries with that visa. So this is not something you use just one time and then have to reapply. You will be able to enter Europe numerous times, multiple times with that visa. So when will ETIAS program go into effect? Until last week, European Union announced that it would begin in 2024. However, this now has been pushed to spring of 2025. Now, fabulous people, please remember that that system is going to be new, and you know what that means. All the bugs that they will have to work out. So there is very important travel advice that I absolutely must share with you to avoid any kind of stress or anxiety prior to your trip. Number one, as soon as you book your tickets, go ahead and apply for that visa. You do not need any stress prior to traveling internationally. So just as soon as you get those tickets, go ahead and apply. But you will need to apply at least 72 hours prior to your departure. Make sure your passport details are the same as on your ETIAS authorization, or you will be refused boarding. Finally, just in case your application gets rejected, there is an appeal process that you will have to follow. Now, in case you're wondering for how long this visa for Europe is valid, it is valid for 3 years or until your passport expires. In that case, once you get a new passport, you will have to apply for a new visa. All right, fabulous. Thank you so much for watching this travel update for Europe. I will make sure to keep updating you on this important travel requirement for Europe as more information comes out. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel not to miss any important updates as well as useful travel tips for Europe. And I truly hope to see you all in my next video. Happy travels, fabulous!